Annie is back. Never goes nowhere. I go outside, she goes outside, and I go outside every day, even when it's fucking raining out, because I'm a huge fan of fresh air and sunshine. Now, you know it's fucking gets a little strange. I've decided to write down some fucking bullet points. Shit, because I've been doing videos now for over 6 years. Almost 6 years. About, yeah, over 6 years. I've done over 200 and something videos. I don't know how many. And I stopped counting after, the first one. But you know, that's not the point. That's neither here nor there. Things I've spoken about. I've spoken about your health. One of my biggest concerns, and I know one of the things I'm always fucking with everybody. Man, it's gonna be windy, so the wind will fuck this up. I'm always fucking with people saying, I don't give a fuck. But think about it. If I didn't give a fuck, would I even make one of these fucking videos? Seriously. You know, think about it. And most of the shit that I talk about can be applied not just to people in wheelchairs, but basically across the fucking board. That's a decision you make or you don't make. It's not my concern. That's where I don't give a fuck. Your well-being is up to you and how you go about doing it. Beginning, middle, end. You're going to take some of the shit that I talk about and perhaps apply it to yourself? By all means. If you don't, what the... cat-like motherfucking reflexes, bitches. But if you don't, you don't. I can't fucking come over to your house, kick your ass, and make you fucking roll around on the floor. I can't come over to your fucking house, knock over your refrigerator, steal all your fucking beer. God knows I would. Beast. However, health-related things I've touched on, which have included a lot of exercise. I started this fucking channel based on just exercise because I realized that the rehabilitation I was doing with myself, by myself, was actually only for myself. It benefited not just me, but primarily me. But my reasons were not selfish. My wife takes care of me. I find that to be complete and total bullshit. Do I appreciate every second of it? Fuck to the yes. Am I the luckiest motherfucker that ever walked the earth? You know what? Let me think. Let me ask myself, hey, do you think you're the luckiest fuck that ever worked? Fuck yeah. Alright, well, that was a long conversation. But started all with exercise. And the reason I got tired of being moved around. Now, along with the exercises I always talk about, I just did a couple exercises. My last one was on a rotator cuff. You know, keeping your shoulders healthy, making sure you strengthen them. You don't got to go heavy weights. Nothing I do anymore is pretty much anything on heavy weights. Back in the day, you know, through my, I would say, mid-teens up until damn near about 40-something years old, I was an advocate of working out. I used to go to the gym quite a bit. I was pretty beastie at one point in time. What do you want, man? I fucked up my shoulder at one point. I separated it. Got off the bus for a fucking minute. Could never get myself righted again. And, you know, the fuck. Fucked everything else up. Story for another fucking day. With some of the exercises I've spoken about, multiple muscle groups, because everything in the body depends on everything else in the body all at the same time. Your feet are fucking concerned about your neck. Your neck works with your fucking arms, you know, that whole thing. Your hand bone's connected to your fucking ass bone, so on and so forth. It is absolutely true. I've covered quite a bit. I've spoken quite a bit about a lot of the different research studies that I've been involved in. I've talked about a lot of the research trials that I've been involved in. They don't really allow you to film any of the trials anymore, and I haven't really been in anything that you can really sink your teeth into. I am right now, I'm working on trying to get involved in a new trial that is the next level of the epidural stimulation, which I went over extensively in 2 different videos. Whether you watched them, whether you didn't, I don't give a shit. I'm not, a long time ago, I've given up on the whole, how many subscribers do you have? That was after four videos. Well, I guess, you know what? I was creating, and what I believe, even if you have no intent on, doing, being like the next big fucking thing, making these videos and actually putting an archive on your progress, physically and mentally, is something that is very important, so that 6 years from now, you can go and look at some of the videos that you did, and you can chuckle about, some of the things that have changed in the environment that you live in, or the environment that you live in, or some of the furnishings, or maybe you get a dog, maybe you don't, maybe you get a, I don't know, one of those little furry little things that run around. Cats, yeah, never found a use for them, but we used to have one. Thing was actually psychotic. Fucking badass cat. You'd be petting it for no reason. It would fucking lose its mind. Just fucking rip your arm apart. Run away. 2 seconds later, the thing is coming over like there was no big deal. Miles. Mystical fucking Miles. Thing was fucking bananas. Anyway, also, I've touched on breathing techniques. If you have, I don't care, once again, I don't care how you ended up in this situation. I'd rather you didn't. However, if you ended up on a ventilator, there's a very distinct possibility that you have problems with your lungs. Breathing techniques are very important. So that, we've touched on that. I've showcased other people on this channel. I've given away the badass the Angry Quad Badass Rhinoceros Award to people that I found have overcome shit that is just, getting over any injury is difficult in and of itself. Spinal cord injury, on the other hand, is the top of the top. If you can push through and get through this, all right, you either work extremely hard, which is some of the people that I've showcased, fucking Olek over in Poland, fucking Flaunlacker down in Maryland, and there, there's a couple places, couple people that I know. I showcased a woman not because she was awarded the Angry Quad Badass Rhinoceros Award, because she was in and of herself badass. Ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time, but overcame her fucking injury, which was fucking full-blown, complete fucking paralysis, basically from about here to fuck down. And she is a mouth painter, Mariam Pere. Look into her. Some of the work she does is fucking phenomenal. She sticks a fucking paintbrush in her mouth and fucking paints away. That video was that which does not kill us only makes us stronger. Those words are no truer today than they were the day that fucking Nietzsche, what the fuck you want to call him? Good old fucking Freddie Nietzsche fucking coined that term. Okay? So, all the showcasing and stuff, I've made things. All sorts of shit. I've upgraded pieces of equipment that I had. I've made the Tower of Power. I've made things for my to stabilize my feet, to help me when I'm trying to move my feet, working the abductors and adductors. I've made these fucking rail things for my fucking chair. Wooden fucking things for my chair. Why? Because I was going through the other ones like I was going through a fucking fat chick goes through fucking ice cream. Anyway, continuously make things. I've made a stander. It's what I do. I'm a fucking contractor. Making shit is what I do. Ideas are what I do. Trying to figure out what's going on. I'm in a new place now, in a new place where I have to educate myself. Well, I say. I'm coming up on 10 fucking years. Understand this. I call myself the Angry Quad because quadriplegia pisses me the fuck off. Alright? I don't find any joy in being here. I didn't like the first 10 minutes, and I certainly am not going to like fucking when fucking year 10 rolls around. Any fucking asshole calls it an anniversary? Fuck that. I call it fucking Memorial Date. Because that's the day you actually died. Whoever you were at that point in time is dead. And now you are who you are, and that's a new person than what you were, because the things you could do then you cannot do now. Not saying that you haven't made some improvements, and the fucking the whack to your fucking head hasn't knocked some goddamn sense into you. Alright? Made me a different person. Did it save me from my former self? I don't know. You know, like, that guy died. I don't even know who he is. I really fucking don't. Let's see, what else? I have philosophized about many things. Sort of like the spiel of bullshit coming out of my mouth right now. But I've talked about different things. I've talked about time and the value of time. I've talked about the value of, acquaintances. I've talked about friendships. I've talked about acquaintances. I've talked about associates. And there's two different things. Everybody is so fast to call someone a friend. If you seriously think about the people that you can sit there and say, this person is a friend of mine, and they're really a friend of yours, if you stick out your whole hand and you don't have any fingers left over that you can say that that's your friend, you got 5 real fucking friends, you're doing pretty fucking good. You're doing really fucking good. Alright, but we've spoken about shit like that. Ideas I've talked about. I've always talked about ideas. I'm always going to talk about ideas. I always want you, if you cannot physically fucking do something, think about how you can do it. I don't give a flying fuck if you have to fucking redesign the wheel for yourself. That's what we do. And if you do redesign the wheel for yourself and you find that there's something you're doing is actually working, share with the fucking class, you piece of shit. Because if you hold it to yourself, you're a selfish little prick. You know? I ended up one day with a fucking mutant UTI. I was contacted by a guy I never even fucking knew. A guy, and I covered him in Brainiac, the video I did. Kepler Gelat. He was the one who actually formulated the tea that I drink. And it did a wonderful job. It basically took me from 103.5 fever, just about going to the goddamn hospital. Alright? Right as fucking rain. In 2 days. What the fuck's that all about? I've upgraded it and I've gone one further. I've created a medicated eucalyptus lubrication for catheters. I've spoken about that on Itsy Bitsy, about, you know, the perils of cathing and how bacteria enters your body because of it. And any bacteria that's trying to escape your body is then in turn thrust back into your body through your fucking urethra because you're cathing. What the fuck else do we got here? I've stolen ideas. I see something that somebody's doing, and I use it. I've done it multiple times, and I will continue to do it. So please, by all means, please, not a fucking polite suggestion, fucking a demand, help everybody out, man, hook a brother up. I've always talked about my dog and everything else, but one of the things I want to talk about today is hunger. Now, I have said before, you always see a lot of videos where people in situations like this are talking about things they're doing in their life. More power to you. Keep your fucking archive, and you can look back and be like, wow, look at that, I did that. You know, me, I don't want to see how you fucking wash your hair. I don't give a fuck about that. You know? I don't want to see if you could put a fucking, a frozen pizza into an oven. Unless, of course, you came up with some type of freak fucking show thing that you're like, you hooked up to your chair like fucking Norm would make like a fucking electrical device go, wham, comes fucking shooting out, have like a fucking little pizza flipper thing on it, wham, drop some shit into the oven, hit his fucking wheelchair, next thing you know, the fucking oven magically goes on and shit happens. This guy's a fucking freak show. That's what it is. That's not the hunger I'm talking about. Like I say, I don't give a flying fuck how many fucking, tacos you can eat. I don't want to see how many fucking different restaurants you've been to. I want to see what you're doing to better yourself. And stuffing your fat face full of fucking, pizza bites or fucking whatever it is, it ain't doing shit for you. Try to eat properly. Try to keep yourself in shape. You are your number one fucking advocate for yourself. The hunger that I'm talking about is desire. It's want. It's the fucking shiny city on the hill. The missus is home. Fuck up my video. Woman, Might be just about beer time. Never know. I think it's almost 2 o'clock. Why not? The hunger I'm talking about is desire. The hunger I'm talking about is your willpower. How far and how hard you're going to push yourself in order to achieve. One sec. Babe, I'll be just a couple minutes. Here comes the dough. In order to achieve your goal, as you know, some of the research that I've been involved in and stuff like that, and this is not why this is, but it was a reminder. And after the last, bunch of shit that I've been doing, I was like, let me take that to heart. Let me actually, walk a mile in those shoes.
Metaphorically.
And I've learned you have to focus on a want. You worry about your needs. Needs are what keep you alive. Wants are simply that. What do you want? And then think about, how do I achieve it? Is it being persistent? Is it being, you could be a fucking nudge. You could be a pain in the ass. I don't give a flying fuck how you get there. Focus on what it is and figure out how to get there. That's your hunger. That's what keeps you hungry. That's what keeps you moving. If it's perhaps making it so that somebody doesn't have to sit there and wipe your fucking ass, well then that's what you work on. If it's a way to figure out how to fucking transfer yourself from one point to another so that you can gain your independence, that's what you're working on. If it's a way that you can figure out how to get yourself back into school and educate yourself, that's what you're working on. Is it your private education? Is it your private physicality? Whatever you're doing to find, what the fuck is this now? Fuck them. What's going on? Now, go. I'll be done in just a minute. Focus your energies on whatever free time you have, if you have any free time. I think I'm going to take a rest today and have a lot of free time. Been sort of not completely, but back into the grind of kicking my own ass, and I think it's such a beautiful day. It's supposed to be nice tomorrow, too. But I think I'll fuck off. Maybe do a little neck strengthening or something like that, but who knows. But that's something I'm going to have to decide on. I'm going to have to figure out, what is my hunger? What is my desire for today? What are my options for today? What do I want to do today? Alright, so that is normally what I think about in the morning, and that schedule sort of fluctuates as the day goes on. Well, it depends on, what walked through the front door, what phone calls came up. Is there something I found out about one of my brothers or sisters, or is there something I found about one of, something going on with Mary, whatever it is. Life is always going to have things that keep you from doing what you want to do, but you have to be able to roll with the punches. But right now, like I say, my hunger right now is to get involved with this next fucking research trial. It's the newest fucking kid on the block, and the big problem I have is that because of these cocksucking lockdowns, I cannot go and do what I need to do, which is basically go talk to doctors face to face, find out what's going on. Research is opening up again, and I will be motherfucked if I miss out on this one. And if I find out that there's something going on where I'm just simply being passed over, me and the Angry Quad are going to go have to have a few conversations with people, and I'm guessing that I'm going to be burning a lot of bridges. I'd rather avoid that. I think I bring a lot to the table when I get involved in fucking research. I put everything I have into it, and I will continue to do that. However, at this point in time, I'm putting everything I have into just simply getting involved in it. And in the interim, everything I look around here, I put in my fucking, my heart and soul. I pour my fucking, my passion goes into whatever. That little fucked up bench over there? All sorts of shit comes out of that bench. I got a garage. Shit comes out of it all the time. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Half the time I don't even know what I'm making. But you get an idea, you scribble something down, and next thing you know, it grows into a fucking monster, and you have to The only two things you can do with a monster. You can either tame it or kill it. That's all there is to it. I find taming them and utilizing them to my strengths to be a much better idea. But that in mind, I'm just sitting here, gonna do a little breathing and shit like that. Gonna put my brain right, gonna get my shit together, and I'm gonna go crack me a motherfucking beer. I suggest you figure out what you're doing. Figure out what your hunger is. What is your passion? What is your drive? What is your determination? Where does that go? What do you want? I want to get the fuck out of this chair and I want to take about 1 million of you motherfuckers with me. That's what I want. That is my ultimate fucking goal. That has been my goal since day motherfucking one. And I will take that to me. If I have to take it to my grave, I will do that. I'd rather not. I'd rather be able to fucking not take it to my grave and take it to you. But you got to do for you what you do. And what you do for you actually works for everyone around you. The better you are, the better everyone is. You cannot help anyone until you help yourself. And that is not in a selfish way. That is a necessary. That is a need. If that is what your desire is, my suggestion is quite simple. Drop fucking off and get to work. Drop the fucking pizza bite. Howdy, bitches. Think I was kidding? Fucking beer o'clock, bitch.